Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Minecraft Reviewer here, and today we're going to be reviewing this plugin called Ultra Hardcore Reloaded, which does cost, I believe, $12. But today we're going to be reviewing this plugin. It's a UHC plugin that's supposed to make your life a lot easier and everything. And so I've gotten all the files over here that you need. And so as you can see, I got the UHC reloaded. Now you do require protocol lib, and Vault is optional if you would like an economy-based UHC, which I will show you on later. Which I will show you later on. And essentials is well for essential commands, and that's pretty much it. Basic things that you need. And if you go into the config of this plugin, you could see I have a bunch of files here. Now we're gonna start going over the config because that's what everybody goes over first. And so, as you could see, it's quite a nice little ultra hardcore reloaded kind of thing up here. And so you can start off by saying how many minimum players you would need. So the countdown timer would start automatically once a certain amount of players joined. In this case, it would be 16. That's default. And maximum players. So once this amount joins, the lobby will be full. But with this permission, you can set yourself. It will allow you to join even when the lobby is full, like make like a donor feature. Now, do note that for the maximum players, you do need teams for it. So I believe you could do like 2 players per team. So in this case, you would need 12 teams, which I'll go over next. Eternal day basically means that the time will always stay in day, it will never go to night. So we're gonna set that to true. Chunk loaders basically the each time you start the plugin, it loads up a brand new map, so instead of reusing the same one. And you could change this to either go faster or slower, but 10 is default. And moving forward, you have a schematic, which basically is going to be generated onto like a special platform when starting the game. And you can enable this, but when you do it, you can see in the bonus section, there's a schematic here. So you're going to basically put your own. This is already a pre-made one that comes with it. It's nothing really special. It's a stone with a diamond in the middle. You can check out this picture if you do buy the plugin, see how it looks like. Bungee cord support, which is basically when the game is done, you will be sent back to the bungee cord main lobby or a hub. So I did change that, but because it is a tutorial, I do not have bungee cord set up. I might do that for the next one, depending on how many likes. So remember to like the video, guys. Restart server command, usually restart. Rejoin is basically like once the game's over or once they die, they could basically rejoin and spectate it. So as you can see, spectator is true. So then I'm going to enable rejoin. So player health, as you can see, you can set the default player health for each player. Friendly fire basically means you can attack your friend, which I'm going to set this to false, but I'm sure other people might want to set it to true. All up to you. Spectator, which is basically if you would like to spectate somebody, usually like when you're dead, so you go into like game mode 3. You do need the version 1.8 though, because that's when game mode 3 was put into. Then you have golden heads, which basically when you make golden apples, because in ultra hardcore you do not regenerate health, you keep it. And so here you could see the golden head that you can get. And you could get it when killing somebody. Not really sure much about this. And it regenerates you for, at the moment, set to 5 seconds. You could enable and disable fall damage. I have it set to true because, well, ultra hardcore, well, this is actually like part of it, so why not? Tree cutter, basically when you mine one block, the entire tree will fall down. There's a mod called Vein Miner, if you ever saw it, it's just like that. So crafting wood tools, instead of giving you wood, it'll give you stone to like speed up the process. It depends on like whether you want like a quick type of ultra hardcore or a long one. If you want a long one, set this to false. But if you want a quick, like a 10-minute one or something, mostly 30 minutes, set this to true. Break obsidian faster, so you'll basically mine it much faster than you regularly. Again, depending on how fast you want your game to be. Golden apple regenerate, so you can basically change this from the original, which is 5 and 10, I believe this is seconds, and you can set it to either longer or shorter, also depending on what kind of server it is. And once you leave a 5-star review, you can just set this to true. I have not yet, but I will as soon as the video is released. So if you're watching this, I have already left a 5-star review. Moving forward to the next config file. As you can see, we also have a team file. So this is the team system. And you could see how many people you want on each team. So you can change that. Which one to be, currently set to a name tag. But you could change that out to anything else like a compass or another star, up to you. A slot. I will 0 is all the way to the left, and 8 is all the way to the right, and 4 is the middle. And here I have already pre-made these teams, so I don't have to like do it in game or anything. As you can see, this is how it works. Basically, you put the ID, so the block that you would see it as. The data, which is basically like in wool wise, they have like 35 and 3 is a light blue wool. That's what data stands for. Display name, which is basically like when you hover over it, it's gonna show you like the item name. In this case, it'll rename it to blue. And the name, which is like the team name, is gonna be called the blue team. And over here, this shows you more accurately of what I'm talking about. And this is a pre-configured. It's basically TNT teams, but it's only 2 teams, so remember, keep that in mind. And then you have other stuff like the economy, for example, which requires vault. And this is designed for kits, so you can see whenever you kill somebody, you get $10, and when you win the game, you also get $10. And this is designed mainly for kits, as you can see. So you can put a price on it, and basically in the beginning, for example, this one, you'll have a stone sword, as it says, ID, and it's called a warrior kit with a fire aspect 2 enchantment. And you can enable this, and you can also make it so you have to purchase it or not, so you can basically just get it. Scoreboard, basically just configure how it looks like, as you can see right here. So in-game, waiting, all different. You can even change the title. And then you also have a loot, which is basically, from what I understand, whenever you kill an entity, what you can get out of it. So like you can get like a golden apple if you kill like a creeper, if you set that up properly, I believe. Then you also have a timer right here, which you can all configure. So time to start. So once the certain amount of players join the minimum amount, it will start counting down. So in this case, 120 as default. And when max players join, so when 24 join, it's gonna set the timer down to 30. I've yet to test whether if it goes like 29, and the last person will join, if it'll go to 30. But I'll let you know later on. Basically, when PvP is enabled, whether you want there to be hunger or not. When PvP is disabled, I'm sorry. This is how many seconds you would like to wait before PvP will start. So in this case, it is, I believe, 30 minutes. And then time to shut down the server, so the amount of time the guy could have celebrating before the server gets shut down, and it will just restart, regenerate the map and everything. It does take a while to regenerate, so keep that in mind. Time invincible, so I recommend setting this to at least like 5 or something, because sometimes you can get teleported like 100 blocks in the air and just fall. So remember, just keep this at least like on a small number. Don't set it to 0, because they might instantly die. And the world border, so basically it's the world border, so they can't just like go like 1,000 blocks out. And as you can see, time before it'll start shrinking is set to 2400 seconds. I'm not exactly sure how many minutes that is, but it sounds like you have plenty of time. It will start from 1000 X, and I believe it is also Y or something like that. But basically, it'll be in the coordinates 1000, so you have plenty of space and time. And to the point where the border will stop, and once it stops, deathmatch should technically activate. And this is the interval of how it's shrinking, I believe. And if the player goes to the border, he'll basically be taking damage. And then deathmatch, which also it gives you a timer, so you could still walk around, get some extra materials, and then deathmatch will start after 1,000 seconds. It will do you can set a custom world, so like if you have a different world that you want them to PvP in, like make your own arena, you could do that. World will start shrinking, so it will start from 500 in my case and end when it reaches 50. And again, interval, no, time before starts shrinking, and then the interval. Probably recommend changing it so you don't spend like a whole hour just waiting for the border to start closing. And this is speed if you'd like to enable when the game starts, so they have like a faster time to get something. You set a timer for it and the value, so like speed 10 would just make them fly around. I'm pretty sure set to speed 11. Well, didn't try, but I'm pretty sure it will crash, not work, or just won't give them speed at all. Same thing goes with heal, regen time, amplifier, how much better you want to heal. Then you have a MySQL support. So for a database, you could see this is not mine. This is like the default. French, I believe. France, whatever. Then you also have some language configuration. So basically when they join, all configurable. Change all this. See how the kits work out, how everything looks like when they get kicked, the world is loaded, etc. Then you have generation, which in my opinion, is one of the coolest things. Well, not this one, the other one. But this one you can basically make it so like you could generate like more sugarcane. Not really sure why you'd want it, except for like enchantment or something. And the biomes is what I was trying to say. This is a very cool feature, which basically states that let's say like you have an ocean biome. It will, instead of making an ocean biome, it will replace it with, in my case, plain biome. And here are all the biomes you can choose from, or you could even randomize it. But if it was ocean biome, I'd probably not randomize it because it could probably reset back to ocean. Just some warning right there. Have yet to test it though. The chat config, so prefixes to the game and everything. Global, team, spec. So you'd press the at and like hey or something in game, not in the config. To like chat to like global, I believe. Yeah, global. And I believe that is basically it. Have we gone over everything? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so now I'll just start up the server and I show you how it is. So I'll get right back once everything finishes loading up. Alright, so the chunks are finally finished loading, and as you can see, it did take a while. And I mean a while. So, moving forward. I've gotten 2 Minecrafts open so I can show you how this is actually going to work out. So, I join on one and join with the other one. Alright. So I've joined and I've already set spawn. So in this case, I used multi-worlds to make myself a new world. And I've made this like mini spawn. It's half downloaded, half custom. Gonna be full custom later on. This is just for testing purposes. And so as you can see to the right says UHC. And if you press tab, you can see the health too. And so what you could do is do /game. And you could do game start. Start the game. And so as you can see, it says 30 seconds as a title. And we're gonna wait out 30 seconds, shouldn't take that long. And you could see that in the hotbar down here, that's actually counting down. 15, 14. And once it's done, oh yeah, I forgot to pick teams. So this is how the team section looks like. So I'm gonna go blue on this side and pick red on this one. And you could see game's almost started, and it started. So as you can see on both screens, damage will be enabled. So it's not this is not PvP. This is like fall damage and everything. And it's like you basically start going against each other. If you press F3, you could see that I'm not too far from the border. Border is like straight down there. So let's see if I can go close enough to it so I can see it. So I'm just like speed. And the border should be somewhere. Here it is. There's the border. And if you go up to it, nothing will happen. But if somehow, some imaginary way you manage to glitch through it, you'll start taking damage until you die. You'll be teleported back. And over here is the winner celebrating with the fireworks. And then the server just closes and you get kicked. As you can see. This is why it's recommended for bungee cord, not regular use. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching my review of UHC Reloaded. And that's all, folks. Peace. Also remember to join my server to play some UHC onto here. And remember to bring your friends along so you could try this out for yourself. Thanks for watching. See ya.